Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I hope you are doing fine by the grace of Almighty. This is my second line by line explanation class on this topic, the rape of the lock. In my first class, I have discussed the invocation lines. If you didn't watch that class yet, the link is given in the description box. Please check. And without wasting your time, I'm directly coming to the point. Now, I'm going to start my explanation from line 13. Saul through white curtains shot a timorous ray, and oped those eyes that must eclipse the day. Sol means sun. It is the personification of God in ancient Roman religion. So sun through white curtains shot a timorous ray. Shot means discharge. Timorous means shy feeling. It says Sol through white curtains. Through white curtains, the sun ray is entering into the room of Belinda. Shot a timorous ray. So through white curtains, the sun ray is entering into the room of Belinda and oped those eyes. When those eyes gets open. I mean, when the sun ray touches the eyes of Belinda, when it's open, and what happened? That must eclipse the day. So eclipse means blocking something. So her beauty of her eyes is blocking the beauty of the day. So this much of beauty Belinda possesses in her eyes. So the meaning of this two line is clearly says that through white curtains of the window enter sunlight into the room of Belinda, and those beautiful eyes get open, and its shine, the shine of her beautiful eyes, obscure or hide the beautiful day, hide the sunlight of the day. Okay. Now lapdogs give themselves the rousing shake, and sleepless lovers just at 12 awake. Now lapdogs give themselves the rousing shake. Rousing shake means exciting, lively. Shake means touch, vibrate, or you can say kind of hug. Okay. So who is giving themselves rousing shake? They are lapdogs. So you know one thing, Belinda is a representative of aristocratic society. So in that 18th century aristocratic society, women used to have their lapdogs, and their lapdogs are more important than their husband, than their best friend. So lapdogs are more important in their life. So lapdogs in the morning give themselves a lively hug or shake. Okay. And sleepless lovers, the lovers who did not sleep at night and sleep late night, so they wake up late at 12. So they wake up at 12. So this is the thing is saying here. The meaning of these two lines will be: in the morning, their lapdogs give themselves lively or exciting shake, and at night, the lovers who did not sleep in time wake up at midday or in the middle of the day. Okay. Thrice rung the bell, the sleepers knocked the ground, and praised watch returned a silver sound. So thrice rung the bell means Belinda rings the bell, handbell, for her servant, to call her servant, and her sleepers, when she wake up, and her sleepers knock the ground. You know what sleepers are. And the praised watch returned a silver sound. So praised watch. So praised watch is her clock which was praised at night and returned a ringing sound or alarm automatically, and let her know it is time to wake up. So now you can ask me one question: is repeater work available? Watch clock available at that time? Yes, it was available, because a repeater work watch or clock invented in 1676, and this mock epic, the Rape of the Lock, it was first published in 1712. So repeater clock was available at that time. So what happened? So when she, I mean, her praised watch give a ringing sound to her and inform her it is time to wake up. That's the meaning of thrice rung the bell, and sleepers knock the ground, and praised watch returned a silver sound. Belinda still her downy pillow pressed. Her guardian Sylph prolonged the balmy rest. Belinda still her downy pillow pressed. So what does it mean? Downy, covered with fine soft feather. So Belinda is still in her bed, trying to sleep or sleeping, and her guardian Sylph. So Sylph is an airy spirit, supernatural spirit. We are going to know a lot more about Sylph, so I'm not explaining about Sylph here right now. Her guardian Sylph, so it is a guardian of Belinda, who is protecting Belinda, okay, everywhere. Prolonged her balmy rest. prolonged means extending the duration of something, and balmy means pleasantly warm. So his guardian sylph is prolonging the duration of her rest. So if I summarize this two line, it will be Belinda still resting on her soft pillow, and her guardian sylph prolonging her pleasantly warm rest. Okay, there are two types of spirits, and sylph is one of them. It is an airy spirit. You're going to know more about it. Okay, so in the next line, it was he had summoned to her silent bed the morning dream that hovered over her head. So it was he means it was the airy spirit Ariel Sylph. He is standing alongside her bed, standing alongside the bed of Belinda's bed, and providing her morning dream. Hovering means remaining in one place in the air. So he is providing dream to Belinda's sleep. Okay, in morning sleep he is providing morning dream. Who is this he? This he is the airy spirit self. Okay, Ariel. So morning sleep is a kind of sleep that is actually not a sleep. I mean, not in a deep sleep or not in a awakening situation. It's a kind of faint, obscure or fuzzy sleep. Okay, so if I sum up this two line, it will be it was the sylph whispering over in her sleep that seems like a dream moving over her head. Okay, so in these two lines, you understand that airy spirit sylph is providing her morning dream, and what type of dream she is having while she is in sleep, you are going to understand from these two lines. So it says, a youth more glittering than a birthnight view, that even in slumber caused her cheek to glow. Glittering means shining, and birthnight beau means fashionable young man or admirer. A youth more glittering than a birthnight beau. Glittering means shining. A youth more glittering means a youth, a handsome man who is looking more shining or more handsome than a birthnight beau. Birthnight beau means a man, I mean, he's already handsome man. I mean, a man is looking more attractive than a man looks in his birth night or in his birthday. Okay, so she is having a dream where a man is looking more attractive than a man looks in his birth night. That even in slumber, in nap or in sleep, slumber means taking rest, nap or sleep. So even in her sleep, that handsome man so attractive that makes her cheek to glow. I mean, she was feeling so attracted towards that man, and that makes her actually blushing or glowing in even in her sleep. Okay, so this is the situation. So the summary of this two line will be, she saw a young man who was looking more attractive than a man looks in his birth night, and the dream of that handsome youth makes her cheek blushing or glowing even in her sleep. Seemed to her ear his winning lips to lay, and thus whispers said or seemed to say. So lay means putting down something or placing something gently or carefully. So seemed to her ear his winning lips to lay. It seems that that gentleman is taking her lips to the ear of Belinda, and he is whispering in her ear and trying to say something to her. So it says, it seems that a young man's lips come down gently near to the ear of Belinda's ear, and he tries to say something. It seems like that man is trying to say something to Belinda's ear. So this is the meaning of these two lines. And in the next line, fairest of mortals, thou distinguished care of thousand bright inhabitants of air. So fairest of mortal fairest means beautiful, mortals means human being that we are going to die, that is we are mortal. Okay, so fairest of mortals, I mean you are the most beautiful human being on earth. That is the meaning of this sentence, of this line. And thou distinguished cares, that is why you deserve most distinguished, most individual care. So Ariel or this supernatural spirits is saying to Belinda, as you are the most beautiful girl on earth, that is why you deserve most distinguished care of thousands bright inhabitants of air. So inhabitants means living in a place or occupying a place. So spirits are the inhabitants of air. They are the inhabitants of air. So they live in air. So they're thousand. They're thousand in number. So these thousand spirits are going to take care of Belinda because she is the most beautiful girl on earth. So the summary of this two line will be, uh, you are the fairest mortal being on earth. That is why you deserve the most distinguished spiritual treatment from the thousand supernatural spirits or air spirits. So from line number 27, 28, from these lines, Ariel, the air spirit, the head of all the sylphs, he start speaking or whispering in Belinda's ear, and he starts mentioning so many things about the spiritual elements, spiritual spirits of the air and other spirits those are available. So he is now going to inform Belinda if he heard something about this type of spiritual spirits. Those are not available in earth. I mean, they are not earthly spirit. They are out of the earth. Okay. So if she heard something like that or not, so he is going to start talking about this fact. If ere one vision touched thy infant thought, of all the nurse and all the priest have taught. If ere one vision, if ere means if ever one vision, vision means thought, imagination, touch thy infant thought. Infant means a young child or baby. So if ever in your imagination any thought come when you were a child, if of all the nurse and all the priest have taught, all the nurse or all the priest is actually meaning that if you ever heard something from your elderly person about the air spirit of this outside world, so he is mentioning to Belinda that there are some supernatural spirits out of this world. So if you ever heard something like that, so the meaning of these two lines are, if ever any imagination comes in your childhood that your teachers taught you, or any elderly person as nurse or priest told you any story about whom, any story about Ariel or any air spirits or any supernatural spirits. I have made a class about 4 supernatural spirits. These supernatural spirits or elements are very important for the exam. So you should watch that class and the link is given in the description box. Please check. Of airy elves by moonlight shadows seen, the silver token and the circled green. Of airy elves, elves means supernatural spirits. So airy elves means supernatural spirits of air, okay? By moonlight shadows seen. So if you have ever seen airy spirits in moonlight shadow, the silver token and circle green. Where? In circle green. I mean, they are dancing in moonlight shadow in green circle. And in the silver token means before they leave that circle, they put some silver token in that place. So this type of, if you ever heard this type of story from your elderly people, this is the thing he is saying to Belinda. So the summary of this two line will be, if any spiritual spirits or fairy that can be seen in moonlight shadows while they dance in green circle and put coins by the fairies. So have you heard any story like that, that airy spirits are dancing in moonlight shadow in green circle, and before they leave that place they put some coins in that place. And then, or virgins visited by angel powers with golden crowns and wreaths of heavenly flowers. Or virgins visited by angel powers means, or the story that virgin girls are visited by powerful angels, supernatural spirits. Have you heard that? With golden crowns and wreaths of heavenly flowers. So when they visit virgin girls, they come with golden crown over their head and wreaths of heavenly flower. So they wear heavenly flower in their neck. So when supernatural spirits visit virgin girls on earth, they wear golden crown and heavenly flowers. So the summary of these two lines are, the story of virgins who are visited by the angels with golden crowns on their head and the arrangement of heavenly flowers on their neck. Have you heard something like that? So he is asking to Belinda by whispering in her ear. Hear and believe, thy own importance know, nor bound thy narrow views to things below. Hear and believe, listen to me, trust me, believe me, thy own importance to know. You should know your own importance, you should understand your value. Nor bound, bound means form with a boundary. So, nor bound thy narrow views. Don't put yourself into a limit, okay? Don't put yourself into a limit, narrow views to things below. Things below means earthly existence. So don't put yourself into a boundary of this earthly existence. So the summary of these two lines are: listen to me and trust me and try to know your importance, and don't confine your thought to the little earthly things, and don't put yourself on a boundary of this earthly existence. So whatever I am saying, these all things are written in the description box also, you can check. Some secret truths from learned pride concealed, to maids alone and children are revealed. Some secret truths. So there are some secret truths about supernatural elements from learned pride concealed, from learned people, from educated and wise people. Concealed means hidden, remain secret. So educated and wise people cannot see those secret, okay, and they cannot know about the supernatural spirits. To maids alone and children are revealed. So maids is refers to the virgin girls. So only virgin girls alone and children, these two type of people can see this secret truth and this hidden truth. So it cannot be seen by pride learned people. So the meaning of these two lines are: there are some secret truths that remain hidden from the well-learned proud people, and those hidden truths are only revealed to the virgin girls or children. What though no credit doubting wits may give, the fair and innocent shall still believe. What though no credit? There is no credit. Doubting wits. Doubting wits refers to the learned, intelligent people. So learned, intelligent people actually do not care, and they do not give any credit about these supernatural spirits or about this thinking. So doubting and well learned people do not care about all these things, and they do not believe all these things. But the fair and innocent still believe. I mean, fair and innocent girls, honest girls, and beautiful girls still believe these things without any debate, without any doubt. But learned people do not believe these things, and they do not give any kind of care or credit to these things. No, then, unnumbered spirits round thee fly, the light militia of the lower sky. You should know that unnumbered spirits, countless spirits are flying around you, are protecting you. They are the militia, they are the army force of lower sky. So who are the powerful militia? Or light militia means the powerful force. The powerful force of where? Lower sky. So who are the powerful force of lower sky? Ariel, the air spirits. So why they call the force of lower sky? Because they belongs to air. So that is why they called the powerful or mighty force of lower sky. So you should know that unnumbered spirits are flying around you, and they are protecting you from any kind of harm. These thou unseen are ever on the wing, hang over the box and hover round the ring. These thou unseen means they cannot be seen, they are unseen, are ever on the wing. They are flying on their wing and they are flying around you. Hang over the box and hover round the ring. Hang over the box. When you are enjoying your time in theater, sitting on a box, sitting on a chair, and hover round the ring means when you are enjoying your time taking ride in ring. This ring is refers to the Hyde Park, London. So when you are enjoying your time in theater and enjoying your time in Hyde Park, London, even at that time they are flying around you and they are taking care of yourself. The summary is, though they are invisible, they are always flying around you even when you sit in your box at the theater and fashionable carriage drive in Hyde Park. Even there you are protected by these air spirits. Think what an equipage thou hast in air, and the view with scorn 2 pages and a chair. Think what an equipage. Remember that. Okay, you should keep in your mind that equipage refers to the carriage with attendants. So you should keep in your mind that you have a powerful attendants thou hast in air, who are in the air, who are taking care of you from the air. Okay, so you should remember that you have a powerful attendants who are taking care of you. They are the attendants of air. And view which scorn 2 pages and chair and a chair. 2 pages and chair refers to dolly. In Bengali it called palki. Okay, so don't just feel that you have 2 pages and a chair, a palki or a dolly with you, because you are protected by a powerful divine spirit. Okay, a powerful force with you. So just take it easy that you have 2 pages and a chair, I mean a palki or a dolly you have with you. That's not the case, because you have a powerful mighty protector with you. So many powerful spirits are protecting you everywhere, wherever you go. As now your own, our beings were of old, and once enclosed in women's beauteous mold. So that spirit is saying, as now you your own, I mean as now you are, our beings, our entity were of old. In our past time we were like you. Our entity, our entity was like you. Okay, and once enclosed in woman's beauteous mold. Our body was the body of woman, beautiful body. Mold means structure or shape. So we have a shape of woman. We have a body of woman, like beautiful as you are. So these spirits is saying to Belinda that we were as beautiful as you are. I mean, in our past time, when we are alive, in when we are in the earthly existence, at that time we used to be or look like you. But now, after our death, we have changed our shape into airy spirit. Now we can take the shape of any kind of I mean animal. So after their death, they are behaving like they are men. So they can enter into human body, human mind, as they are entering into the mind of Belinda and whispering in Belinda's ear and saying all these things to Belinda. Thence, by a soft transition, we repair from earthly vehicles to these of air. Thence, by a soft transition. Soft transition refers to the process of death. By the process of death, we repair, we change from earthly vehicles. Earthly vehicles is refers to human body. So their human body to these of air. So they are changed into the spirit of air after the death. Their human body transfer into the airy spirit, not actually human body, their soul. So how it happened? With the process of death. Soft transition means process of death. When they die, after their death, their human body perished and their soul transfer into the spirit of air. Okay, so the meaning of these two lines are, after the death of our bodies, our soul changed into an airy spirit, like Ariel. Okay, like Sylph. So we are airy spirit after the death of our human body. So guys, that's the end of our today's lecture. So if you do not understand any part of this lecture, please let me know in the comment box. I will try to make you understand whatever the possible way it is. Okay, or I will try to give you some more classes about any confusion if you have. So let me know, and thank you so much once again for your patience. Assalamu alaikum to everyone.